Hey everybody, coming up in this episode, what would you choose, sex or video games?
And also we talk about crazy things like animals gone extinct that look like Prager.
Yep, half Prager, half zebra.
This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by GoDaddy, Netflix, Gamefly,
and our new alien overlords, Norblock and Bulbytron.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
Alright, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hello there, Internet people. Welcome to Diggnation episode number 198. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Diggnation covers some of the hottest user-submitted stories on the social news website, Digg.com. It's Digg.com. And Kevin, yes. I have to say, lovely place.
Thank you.
I like the new abode.
I just moved in. And by we, I mean I. Yeah. I don't know who else supposed to move in.
Well,
no.
I don't know either.
Shut up. There's nobody moving in.
So where are we? We're in San Francisco in your new condo.
We're in San Francisco, new condo. Kind of just got a new place. Yeah, I'm excited. It's
nice.
It's a little bit more room for me.
It reminds me of your old apartment before your last apartment.
Yes, it's kind of the old Edwardian style, old San Francisco house. Yeah, just happy to be here. So. Let's get started with the show.
Dude, right into it. Shall we get to beers first? So, as you, I'm sure, are very aware, we have been tasting our way through the spring seasonal selection from Michelob, and we are on to what I will have to say is my hands-down favorite, the Hop Hound, which is very, very cool. It's a real hoppy beer, but it's not as bitter as I thought it would have been. I love that I'm talking as if I know what I'm talking about, even though we did a tasting with them. I don't really.
Last week we did the honey wheat, which was my favorite of all of them.
I was gonna pour for you and then give you one.
That's nice of you. I don't remember trying. I remember trying this one, but I don't remember exactly what it tastes like. I remember it was a little bit hoppy, right, but not too bad.
No, it's not. It's not bad. It's real. It's smooth for a hoppy beer. I mean, at least in my opinion, it's smooth for. It's like a Puma. It's just really smooth.
I mean,
like
no
a
one
Puma.
can complain with this. This is like.
It's a great beer. I have to say.
Like, you ever had like a really strong IPA? Where it kind of puts you on your ass.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
Ooh, that's got some bite to it, right?
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know, it's good.
It's a really good beer. And so anyway, if you want to check out the seasonal beer sampler packs, you can actually head over to Michelob.com and get some more information. Plus, while you're there, you can check out a video of us in Huntington Beach getting sort of
shot with
Christie, yeah.
Hermosa.
What did I say? Huntington? Yeah. The same sort of area. You know,
so this is our last sponsorship with them, so that's too bad. You need to make more beers so we can try them and taste them and drink them and enjoy them.
Yeah, maybe every season we'll have a seasonal.
That would be pretty awesome.
That would be.
I like having beer sponsors. I think it's pretty much the best thing ever. We get
boy, that is really nice.
Beer.
I have to say, that
Cheers.
is really nice. Yeah. Shall we get into stories? Whoa.
First story of the day. This one is right at the top. With 8,485 digs submitted by Broken Beat, Digg Bar launches today. Want to talk a little bit about what this is, what it means, why we created it?
Yeah, talk, because it's all over the place now.
It is all over the place.
So what is it?
So basically, what it is...
As the chief architect of Digg.
A long time ago, well, not a long time ago, but for a while now, we've gotten feedback from the community that said it's kind of hard for us to dig stories because we click out, go, view them, come back to dig, and it's like this bouncing back and forth process.
Okay, yeah.
So we're thinking, okay, what is something that we can create that makes it easier for these people to dig stories, right?
Right.
So the idea is that when you click on any URL that's going outside of Digg now, it draws this bar at the top of the screen, and then it gives them instant access to things like the most controversial comments, the hottest comments. I'll show you how it works. You haven't really played with this too much, have you?
No.
Okay, so watch. I'll click out on this link. There's the Digg Bar at the top.
Okay.
If I click on the comments, It expands down, shows me the top comment, the latest comment, and the most controversial. So I can see interesting.
How does it figure out what's the most controversial?
By the number of up and down votes. So like whichever one has the most kind of going both ways.
Oh, interesting.
Tension between the up and down votes.
Yeah.
And then it shows you how many number of views. So this is new. I really like this because for the longest time, you really didn't have an idea of how many times certain things were getting viewed, right?
Right.
So like, I'll give you an example. Like the top story on Digg, and it's early. It's only 11 a.m. here.
Right.
But the top story on Digg right now has 2,479 digs.
Right.
But views has 74,348. So it really shows you the number of people that are going through to
And
this.
is that how many people have gone through Digg to the site?
Right,
That's not
exactly.
a counter that is from the site itself.
Right. It's not.
So that's saying
our
that's how many people
counter
came from Digg to this
to check
thing.
it out. Right.
Wow, that's cool.
So it's pretty cool. The other thing it does is shows you related content. So if you click on related, it'll show you like related by keyword, so you can see.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then if there's other stories from that source, it'll show you a source tab, and so you can see other really popular stories or up and coming stories from the same
site.
source, right? So it drives people deeper, drives deeper engagement inside of that person's website.
Interesting.
So it's a win for publishers as well. The other thing is we have little quick buttons to promote, to post to Facebook, Twitter, or email,
yeah.
and then a random button. So if you're just kind of like done and you want to browse around something random, you click that and it'll take you to something you have no idea what it's going to take you to. It takes you to a random story.
A random story on Digg?
Right, that's been popular on Digg.
Oh,
So
interesting.
The other thing we wanted to do at the same time was create a short URL service so that people could easily spread these around the net to other people.
Got it.
Let me give you an example. Let's say so we go to alexalbright.com.
Okay.
And let's say you wanted to see how many people had dug this story, right?
Right.
So I'll click on one of your blog posts. All you have to do is click in the address bar and type in digg.com / leave the existing URL in place.
Yeah.
Hit enter, and boom, takes you back to your site, redraws the page, gives you a counter. And will show you related stuff and it says submit to Digg. So it creates an instant tiny URL that you can send and share around on Twitter.
That's super easy.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
So the only feedback that we've gotten that has been people a little freaked out about is a couple things. One, people have asked us, they've said, well, are you taking our Google juice? Because when Digg is indexed by Google, is it going to this tiny URL? So what we do is we render that tiny URL on the click out after the fact in JavaScript. And if you actually view the source on digg.com, it is pointing to the real source destination.
Interesting.
So we're not really we're not trying to jump in and grab that Google juice there.
Got it. Okay. I like that it's called Google Juice.
The other thing is that it is true if people are saying, well, I want to share it around Twitter. Like if Google crawls Twitter, then you'll see the Digg URL. We won't get the link juice.
Right.
But in reality,
but that's the same with any tiny URL or any.
Well, no, because the tiny URL forward, they do these hard forwards. They don't put draw toolbar, so they actually get the juice. But the difference, though, something that people don't know is that Twitter adds no follow tags on all of their links, so that Google doesn't follow their links anyway, so it doesn't matter on Twitter.
Oh, interesting.
So the only time when this is a problem is if someone were to take one of these links and link it on their site. It's a edge case, but I don't know. Regardless, we're trying to pay attention to what's going on. If we see it for somehow, we want to work with Google, make sure that the appropriate site gets the credit for this.
Well, of course. I mean, obviously.
I mean, that wasn't the intention with creating this. It was trying to make it easier for people to be able to dig stuff. So
well, that's cool, dude. Well, has the response been real positive? I mean, it's been out for a while,
I think that from the Digg community standpoint, the people that use Digg and Digg stories, they love it. We've gotten some feedback on additional features they'd like to see and things like that.
Yeah.
From the people that use Twitter, they don't quite understand it sometimes, but they're starting to get it.
Right.
And then the people that are publishers are like, okay, how does this impact my Google Juice? I like it because it's driving more Digg traffic to me, but is this going to penalize my Google Juice? So it's just it's an education process. It's a matter of us trying to figure out how to get the word out there and explain what we're actually trying to do.
Yeah, it seems like a big balancing thing of that thing of do you want to, I mean, at the end of the day, you guys, Digg can make or break sites. I mean, it's easy. If you can get articles or information up and get some of that traffic, it's huge for publishers. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's all experiment stuff. The cool thing about this is like, somebody was. It's just an experiment. Like we're trying to learn at the same time, like what works and what doesn't work. So you'll see tweaks and additions and all kinds of stuff going forward.
Cool.
So, cool stuff.
So interesting news. This next story: Hulu begins encrypting content to thwart non-browser apps. 709 people dug the story, submitted by Power Trip Vic. So it looks like Hulu is. I have such a mixed feeling about Hulu after reading things like this because I really enjoy their service.
Right.
Do you use Hulu?
Yeah, I do.
Love their service. You know what the best thing you can do? HDMI, like laptops like this, a lot of them, HDMI to your LCD TV, boom, watch it, stream it, love it.
This is what we need to talk about.
Well, but now what they're trying to do, Hulu is trying to do, is to encrypt their content based on a JavaScript client. So anybody with a web browser is not going to have any problem, but they're worried about these companies that basically crawl all these video distribution sites and pull out the embedded source and then display it in a different way, right?
Right.
And so I know that like Boxy was a good example of, wasn't it available on Boxy for a while and then they pulled it off of Boxy or something?
Right, yeah. Well, they're worried about the fact that they would miss out on the ad revenue is what they're worried about, right?
Well, which is weird to me because they would only miss out on the web space ad. I mean, they're not pulling because the video player itself still generates the ad, right? Or are they was Boxy able to rip out the?
I don't know. Does anybody use Boxy to
with Hulu
I never
back
got
in
it
the
all set
day?
up.
I did the first time.
Were there ads in Hulu stuff?
Yeah.
There were.
There were.
See, this is what kills me. This just smells of the music industry all over again.
Well, it has a hint, it has an odor of that. I don't think that Hulu, because they're putting out a lot of free content. A lot.
Right, I get that, but I mean, you
and
can't.
a little bit of ads. I mean, it's totally different.
Anything that we've learned in the last like 5 years is that you can't restrict content. Don't think, Hulu, for a second you're going to be like, well, it's only within our own walled garden. Set it free, and they shall come.
I agree. I know, and
There's a baseball movie.
That is. It is. It was sort of like weird Field of Dreams reference, and then masturbating. I don't know what it was, but it was a good. Set it free.
And
Field of Dreams, and then I will come. Anyway, so here's the thing, though. I feel like, is it really walled garden if any web browser can view it? Anything that can view a web browser can view these things with Flash? I mean, it's only those companies, it's only those things that are taking the content out of their website and displaying it in a different way. I don't think that they should do this. I think it's stupid that they are, especially when there's ad revenue and it's all being pointed back. I get it. It doesn't make sense.
I just don't understand if Hulu can count the views of the actual ads being played. Why do they care?
Yeah, I mean, and I figure they want people to be able to embed full episodes on their blogs.
Yeah. I mean, they do allow that, though, don't they? Right? There's some embed code stuff. I don't know. It's just like, I'm so sad to see what happened with Boxy, because Boxy, I never got around to installing it, but I had some friends that did, and they were like, oh, they loved it, and I saw it running over at revision 3, and it was just like, it was a cool idea, you know, like aggregating all these different online ways. It was like, it could replace television. Like, be able to watch Lost when you want to watch Lost, not have to worry about your DVR. You just tune in, you know?
Well, I agree. I mean, I think that is going to be a big deal, especially when, like I said, I literally just on a whim plugged this into my TV, and we wanted to watch a couple episodes of 30 Rock that we missed, and I was like, the easiest way for us to do it, plug this in, fire up Hulu. I mean, it's like 480p. I mean, it's not great quality, but it's not, crap quality.
Yeah.
I think I have free movies and stuff up there. I mean, it's hard. I mean, you don't want to see companies restrict access to things like this. It seems like 2 steps forward and some steps back. But
so Hulu, please. I mean, the thing is that Hulu doesn't have to do anything.
No.
The internet will do it for them. Eventually, 5 years from now, Hulu will be like, oh shit, we had it wrong. Use our content anywhere you want.
Right.
It's just like.
Well, but then it's weird because it seems like they wouldn't be the people who would say, no, you can't use our content.
Because they're supposed to be this next generation
and
media
they're putting it out
company.
there for free. They're like, got all this content out there for free. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, except this one little thing that you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, what? That doesn't even make any sense.
Have someone at Revision 3 interview like someone from Hulu, like on Texzilla or something.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. All right, next story of the day. Hulu, please do the right thing. 11 extinct animals that have been photographed
They've been photographed?
photographed alive. 3,602. I'm still getting over a cold. I had a few days ago.
Indeed, I know. I'm a little loopy head-wise myself.
Yeah, you told me that. I gave you some mushroom extract to help with that. So
Yeah,
if you
maybe that's what it is.
tripping in about 10 minutes, you'll know what.
I'll be like, what?
3,602 people dug the story submitted by No Free. The current rate of extinction is 100 to 1,000 times higher than the average or background rate, making our current period the 6th major mass extinction in the planet's history. Thus, what follows is a list of 11 extinct animals that were photographed while still alive.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So these animals we've never seen. Don't look at that one because that was badass. Okay, first one, Tasmanian tiger. Look at that guy.
Weird.
Kind of looks like your dog a little bit.
It does. It looks a little bit like Montana.
It's like a cross between Montana and tiger. This animal kind of looks like it needs
It's
to
a
go extinct in a
Montiger.
weird way.
Yeah, it's
You
one
know
of those
what I mean?
animals
It's
that you
kinda
go like, that's a you don't even fit in my world anymore,
Right.
bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's half tiger and half dog, and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's like, why did that dog rape that tiger?
Yeah. Next one.
Well, come on. That is a Photoshop. That is
Quagga.
That is
No, that's not.
That's half
Again,
zebra, half
another
horse.
half. I think, you know what, these half-halves just...
These half-halves don't need to exist. That's why they don't exist anymore.
The quagga. The passenger pigeon.
That's a little pimp little bird, isn't it?
We've all heard of the carrier pigeon.
He's like,
What about the passenger? You know?
I love that you're like, this is gonna be so profound.
The thing about
The
it,
carrier.
there's a carrier,
Then there's a passenger,
and then there's a
now it's
backseat pigeon.
extinct.
Right.
Backdoor pigeon. That's
There's a
great.
backseat.
Oh,
the
that's
story
better.
of the passenger pigeon is one of the most tragic extinction stories in modern times.
There was only one?
As recent as 200 years ago, they were nearly near extinction. In fact, they were actually the most common birds in North America. And some reports counted single flocks numbering in the billions. During some migrations, the flocks were flying overhead.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I'm on cold medicine.
Keep going.
During some migrations, the flocks flying overhead would stretch for over a mile. And it could take several hours to pass. Can you imagine? There's like a mile of pigeons. You're like, fuck, it's raining
Jesus.
shit.
That's those bats in Austin do that.
Yeah.
They just rain shit on you.
Yeah. Get the crap umbrella. The birds are back.
Oh my gosh, this is what happened. Colonial hunters appeared. The pigeon meat was commercialized.
Oh.
And they were recognized as cheap food. Furthermore, during their large flocks, the birds were seen as a threat to farmers. In fact, they basically they killed them.
Cool.
The golden toad, beautiful thing. Now dead.
Now dead.
Page
What else
2.
we got? Page 2.
Let's see here. We've got the
Caribbean monk seal?
monk seal. Okay, don't know if we need that anymore.
The Pyrenean ibex?
That's
Okay.
like, when did that go? 2009. Oh, that's too bad. It passed away in 2009. Cool looking animal.
That guy?
Yeah. The burble
Oh.
heart beast.
Jesus.
The Javan tiger.
Okay.
Okay. The tapioca pudding fish.
That doesn't say that at all. It doesn't say that.
The Ticopa pupfish.
There you go. Not tapioca pudding fish. I think that's probably why it went extinct, was people were like, this must be a fucking tasty fish. It is called a tapioca pudding fish.
Seriously.
I am disgusted. And then they get mad because it tastes so bad and they kill 5.
That's right.
Siberian ass, what?
Siberian wild ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of these. Oh, that's too bad. The Baji River dolphin.
Oh.
That's a cool looking fish.
That
Probably
is.
tasty as hell.
It's a dolphin.
Not gonna lie to you. I love me some. I've never had dolphin. I heard
mahi-mahi.
is mahi. No, mahi-mahi's
They
not
call
dolphin.
it dolphin fish, though.
Right, dolphin
Oh.
fish is better than dolphin.
Trying to think what sushi
Mahi
we
mahi.
have.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sushi is. Oh, I could use some sushi. I think I might be hungry. Anyway.
Anyway,
Well, it's good that we at least have the visual record.
Right,
Rather than
totally.
those like artist
and
renderings.
we'll have video now for the ones that go extinct in the future.
Yeah, like cats.
Yes.
Whatever happens to
cats.
go extinct. All right. Next story. 72% of men would choose a video game over sex. Wait, what? 922 people dug the story submitted by XDVX. 1 in 3 British men would prefer to play video games than sleep with their partners, with 72% claiming they'd shun their misses for the night of play a new game release.
Okay.
So,
72% of
Question.
men would choose
72%
video. Okay.
British men
Throw it out there.
in relationships
Okay.
would, given the offer of you can go have sex with your lady, or you can play Grand Theft Auto 4, which just came out today.
Right. I'm choosing the video game. I agree. Because if it's your lady,
Well, I feel like there's enough time for both. Why is there even need to be a choice?
if it's your woman that you've been with for a long time,
And that's what they said. They were all in a
you're
relationship.
kind of like, we've been there, you know. Glenn knows what I'm saying.
Glenn's like, Glenn, you dog.
You know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say there's enough time for both, and I feel like there needed to be an option too.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Well, how about for you? Okay, you've been in a long relationship.
I would
okay, hold
have
on.
sex and then
Hold
go
on,
play video games.
Hold on.
Okay.
World of Warcraft, the
To-
next crusade.
Sure, some sort of
what-
Indiana Jones patch. I gotcha.
Okay.
World of Warcraft meets,
Indiana Jones.
Welcome to Azeroth.
That would be awesome. Okay, so imagine the next World of Warcraft comes out. All
Okay.
your friends are like,
Oh,
we're
no.
playing
No,
tonight.
I remember
We're
when
gonna
that
get
one.
together.
Heather remembers when that one is. She didn't see me for 3 days. And I told her that. I sat her down and I
Disc
said,
in your hand.
3 days.
No, Heather comes out in little lingerie, little thing like, I got some new lingerie for you, Alex.
Yeah.
Ding dong. World of Warcraft guy, here's the game. You have one or the other to choose from.
To me, that's sort of a no-brainer. I would go have sex.
Really?
Yeah, for me. But I also know, like, the guy, he's not going to take my copy and leave. Like, I couldn't get behind the thing of, if I don't play this game now, I wouldn't be able to play it when in an hour, a
you
couple
would just-
hours, I could
no,
just
you
come back and
You
play.
can't play it till the next day.
Oh, so there's cuddling involved.
Yes.
See, that's the trick. Wow, that's different now. Balls. I don't know. What I would do? Probably the sex.
No, dude, come on.
What do you mean no,
Haven't you had
says the
enough
single
sex in your
guy.
life?
No, I don't think that'll ever be true.
Okay, Glenn.
Right? And nobody in this
Hold on.
room's gonna be like, you know what, I've had enough. I don't need sex ever
Let's throw
again.
let's throw around. No, let's go to Glenn first.
Okay, Glenn, hippie.
Glenn.
He doesn't play video games.
No, I know, but I got
Talk
the
about some
perfect
sort of
thing.
weird crunchy thing.
Somebody offers you a toasted hemp muffin with like hemp butter on it.
Yeah, but like real
ready
good.
to go.
Tastes like real butter, not
Really
hemp.
good.
Music would be like a
Okay,
instrument,
music.
playing an instrument.
Okay.
Okay, you can play. You're a crazy hippie playing instrument guy. And
So you get some brand new guitar.
Yeah.
You get a jam session with Trent Reznor. He invites you over to come over and play a little guitar.
Well, yeah. Right.
Which one?
Well, yeah, I'd play music.
Oh, see? Prager? I don't know.
As soon as you're done, the first thing you think of is like, well, what can I do like productive wise? You know, you want to be productive as soon as you.
Sex-wise?
Yeah.
that's what you do at the end
don't-
of sex. You're like, I want to
come up
produce
with
something.
Great ideas. I'm like,
Really?
Yeah.
You told me. I won't tell you this.
I love that. I remember talking to you about this thing you said never mention on the show.
No, no, you told me that you're zapped for like days. You're like never have sex before you
Well,
like.
unless you practice semen retention, yeah, and then you're fine.
Glenn and
Wait,
his
we need to
semen
get back.
retention.
We need to get back on track because this is
Well, Prager,
ridiculous.
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Come on.
Prager, what do you got? What's your answer?
But Prager
I
doesn't
know
play
he-
video games. I don't know.
Nor
any
does he
advice.
have.
I'm not into big video. I don't play a lot of video games. What are you laughing about? I don't have a girlfriend right now.
That's what I meant.
That sucks, dude. Okay.
I know, why are we-
masturbate or play?
First off, there's never a time when you shouldn't be masturbating. Wait, what?
Story.
Yeah, next story.
Come on.
Next story. Hey, before we get to the story, shall we talk about our sponsors?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy.com makes it easy to customize your own virtual dedicated server. Choose one of 3 popular plans or select your own Linux or Windows server with all plan options you need. Plus, enter the code DIGG1, that's the number 1, when you check out and save an additional 10% off your order. Some restrictions apply. See site for details. Get your piece of the internet. GoDaddy.com. Also, you can find out all of the GoDaddy.com discount coupons at revision3.com/GoDaddy.
Sweet. Netflix. Thank you to Netflix for sponsoring this episode of Diggnation. With Netflix, you can rent over 90,000 titles online, including lots of Blu-ray titles, with free shipping both ways to your home. And they now have over 40 shipping centers, so almost all deliveries happen in just one business day. Excuse me, Netflix. The Netflix Red plan starts just $4.99, and as a new member, you get a free, no-risk 2-week trial membership. Check it out at www.netflix.com/Diggnation, and remember to type in the www.
Yeah, I like to go to GameFly. GameFly is one of the largest online video game rental services and offers you a choice of over 6,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds. With plans starting at just $15.95 a month, GameFly members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they like. There are no late fees, no due dates, and no shipping because it's always free. Once you're done playing the game, send it back, and GameFly will send you the next available game on your list. If you really like the game you're playing, simply click Keep It on GameFly's website, and the game is yours at a discount price. GameFly will even mail you the case and manuals free of charge. Now, Diggnation fans get a free 2-week trial, so head over to www.gamefly.com/Diggnation. Summer Season Supplies, see site for details.
Sweet. Our friends over at RooftopComedy.com have kicked off their 2nd annual National College Comedy Competition. It is like the NCAA of comedy, with schools battling out to find the funniest college students in the country. And you get to decide who advances to the next round, so go to RooftopComedy.com to watch the best in college comedians and college short films, and be sure to see how your alma mater is doing. I'm always horrible with that word. Alma mater.
Alma mater, yeah.
There we go. All right.
You know.
Sweet.
It's tantric alma mater.
That's right.
But, last story, what do we got?
Last story of the day. This one.
This is an interesting one.
It is an interesting one, with 1,385 people digging it. Submitted by Anders Zoll. Tropicana Sales Plunge 20% post-rebranding. Tropicana's rebranding debacle. Why am I having such a hard time with words today? Debacle. Did more than create customer relations fiasco. It hit the brand in the wallet after its package redesign. Sales of the Tropicana Pure Premium line plummeted 20% between January 1st and February 22nd, costing the brand tens of millions of dollars.
Wow.
On February 23rd, the company announced that it would bow to consumer demand and scrap the redesign.
First off, 20% is a huge drop.
Oh, huge.
I mean, for a company that's like saying Pepsi sales dropped 20%. Like, I mean, it is like, because this is a staple product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this has been around for ages.
I kind of think I would have known that by looking at this packaging. I wish you would have like shown me this and be like, which of these did better after they launched it? I'd be like, the whole one did.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because Tropicana is front and center, and ever since I was a little tiny kid, like Tropicana has been like with their advertising campaigns,
with the
just been,
straw
like,
in the
my,
thing,
yeah, just,
and the straw into the orange juice
hammered
is
into my
like
head
key.
over and over
And that's
over
gone.
again.
The straw in the orange is
Straw in the orange
gone.
is gone. Brand name is gone. It looks like generic, like when you go to
Well,
like
the brand name is there, but it
yeah, but you know what I mean.
it
It's on
looks
the
like
side.
the Ralph's version or like the Kroger version.
Right, when you go to like the store, there's like that generic like Costco brand orange juice or whatever.
Yeah. Orange juice.
Right. Did you ever drink Donald Duck orange juice?
Yeah.
I always wanted to try that.
I don't think it was orange juice. I think it was just flavored orange water.
My dad would never buy it for me because it cost more, just because it had Donald Duck's logo on the outside. But I can remember thinking as a kid, I was like, I fucking want Donald Duck orange juice so bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It seemed like it would taste better.
Bro, Donald Duck
was on it.
Yeah, it has a little bit of squeezed duck. Well, the other thing
duck
here
pieces.
is you'll notice it says 100% orange.
Right.
On the front. So clearly their deal was we need to be front and center. This is 100% orange juice.
It's called increase the font size of your existing packaging down in the lower third of it. You know what I mean?
Or stamp a weird thing with a fucking
on the orange
symbol on it.
100% orange, like a little
100%
red,
orange.
like a little
yeah,
little
right.
branding
See,
things.
why are we
Dude,
not
this
hired?
is what we should be doing.
Bam, we are marketing genii. I don't even know why. But it's a big deal. It's actually a really big deal that they went back. I mean, that's saying a lot.
I mean, you kind of have to. You lose like $10 million, you're like, let's go back to the old packaging,
yeah,
right?
like, whoops, that was a bad idea.
Right, exactly.
Fire that guy.
Exactly. So, anyway, interesting what rebranding will do. Be careful, kids, when you're rebranding your website.
Yes. Be careful what you're rebranding.
Speaking of rebranding,
Yes.
I'm going to show you an awesome site, and you tell me what you think. Have you seen this? Look at that! DirtSalad.com!
Oh, is that hippie?
That's hippie site.
That's a sexy
Look
site.
at how nice that looks. Look at his logo. It's kind of got the yin and yang with a guy like
cultivating the salad out of the bowl.
salad.
Nice.
Isn't that awesome? It's a good looking site. Who did the design?
It was this guy. Well, it was a couple different people.
Yeah.
Dude, he did a freaking video on how to do your own haircut, and he basically
my
fucked up
God.
his hair while he was doing it.
Oh
It's
my
pretty
God.
awesome.
Hippie, Floby.
Isn't that awesome? So
Glenn, what were you smoking? Oh, I know.
Yes, you know exactly what he's smoking. So definitely check out dirtsalad.com.
Dirtsalad.com, dude. That's
Hippie
my
site.
new homepage.
It is pretty badass.
I love it.
Dude, you
Hips.
did a really good job, dude.
Mannequin Krinsky.
Medican Krinsky.
Krinsky, yeah, I gotta put his name up on there.
It's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Nice
dude.
job.
Nice site.
Stefano Scalia helped me too, because I fucked it up real bad.
What is this? Is it
Your hair
WordPress?
Yeah.
The WordPress.
Yeah.
It's nice, dude.
Wow.
Is this a theme that you found, or did you make this kind of yourself?
No, he made it, the one guy.
Dude, nice job. Looks really
That's
good.
really good. Yeah.
I like how you have links to your Twitter on the right there, right?
Is there
on
like
there.
did you put
Dude,
on like
I didn't know Glenn had his own fan page too.
I don't have a fan page.
Oh, you don't? That's just your normal Facebook page?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people not fan.
You should create a Facebook fan page.
Yeah.
Dude, that's epic.
Because I feel bad about friends requests.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I have the same thing.
I have the same thing.
I fight through it, but I can't. I just because I finally was like, look, if this is how Facebook wants me to use Facebook with my friends and only people I know, I'm doing it, and I'm gonna see what it's like, and it's fine, I
Having
guess.
a whole bunch.
Well,
No, I mean with just people I know. So
Right.
like you know.
Yeah.
Well, they hooked
but,
us up now. I'm facebook.com/Kevin Rose.
Yeah,
and that's like my official page. I actually post on there on a regular.
Oh, that's cool. I gotta start doing all this. I'm just mad at it. I'm too busy doing shows.
busy.
I gotta stop making shows.
Stop making money and stop making problems.
Stop making problems,
More
baby.
money, more problems.
More money, more problems.
All right.
Let's get to our email. First email, Cube, Dolls, and Igloo. This is sent in from Ross. Hey, here's some pictures of my mini Alex and Kevin in an igloo that my friends and I built. We love the show. Thanks, Ross. Igloo made by me, Gabe, Ted.
Oh, dude, I made
Adams.
an igloo.
I know, but look, dude, check it out.
Oh, their igloo's way better than the one we made, Glenn.
Bro,
Really?
Prior.
that's
Yeah,
why I figured maybe
it
you
was way
could
better.
put up some of the footage of you guys making your igloo
Yeah, we made a badass igloo.
in conjunction with these guys making their igloo.
Well, not if they beat us.
No,
Well, yeah, they beat you.
us,
They
but-
beat you guys pretty heavily, but it was pretty good.
Cool.
Anyway, thanks for the email.
Yep. Next story. Next email from Michael. Hey, Kevin, Alex, and Hippie Glenn.
God.
I was shopping at local Walmart and came across some awesome-looking hemp lotion. I hear it's great for hippies. It's like the hippie version of cocoa butter. Hippie. You know you want to butter yourself up with this lotion like every single day. I didn't read those whole email. Diggnation is awesome. Keep up the work. Wow. Michael wants
Dude,
a hippie
epic.
to butter himself up
That's a Vimeo video waiting to happen.
with some of this hemp lotion.
Look at that.
So there we go.
Hit the hemp with the hippie.
FYI.
Or hit the hippie with the hemp lotion.
Yep, good stuff.
Love it.
All right.
All right, well, if you'd like to have... What?
Is that in a refrigerator?
I think so.
I think it is. It's
Refrigerated.
because it's a button. No, it's not. All right. Well, if you would like to have your email read on the show, please feel free to send it to dignationfans@gmail.com. That is it for this week's edition of Diggnation. I am twitter.com/Alex Albrecht.
And I am twitter.com/Kevin Rose. Until next time.
We will see you later. So the final beer. I have to say I'm a little sad.
I know.
I wish there was 30 of these.
Can you make a bigger pack next year that's like the size of this table, pretty much?
I'll take that forward. It's a great idea. Or you can come visit us at a festival where we have,
We gotta go to a festival anyway, just in general. That sounds
many
amazing.
beers on tap.
Absolutely.
Come back to the brewery.
Yeah. What? Oh, thank you.
No problem.
So you're the brewmaster and Kevin is the uncapper.
That's right.
This is another unfiltered beer.
So we want to do this the same way as we did the first few.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the swirl because I did 2 rolls and no swirls. I'm gonna do the swirl.
Haven't rolled.
Give me a swirl. All right, so kind of a little bit more golden
Yes.
sun kind of look.
Here we have the wheat and the 2-row barley malt, and then we have a little bit of caramel malt. We don't have the chocolate malt like we did.
Why I can't smell this thing without getting it?
So excited to get your nose in that beer.
I don't find this hoppy really.
It's not over
Oh,
the
there it
top
is.
like an IPA, but you're gonna get more bitterness because this one's 25 versus.
Yeah, it's not like some of the crazy hardcore
No,
IPAs.
it's not. We add a lot of the hops later in the process. We add quite a bit of hops, but not so much for bittering as aroma as well.
I think that might be my favorite.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's balanced. It's not. Yeah.
You were so
here's the
scared
thing.
of this
Well,
one.
but I went on a limb because I said not a big wheat beer fan.
Right.
And I think this is the most like a classic non-wheat beer of the group.
It is similar to a pale or an amber ale, but it has that wheat malt, so it just gives a little bit of smoothness, more texture.
Yeah.
And then the hop aroma, but it's not over the top in hops. But
It's definitely not as bitter as the beers that I'm like, oh, it's too bitter. You know what I mean?
When you have the lineup, this one is mostly about the hops, and thus the name Hop Hound. But it's very balanced, great beer.
All right, so we've tried all the different beers. What different pack types do these come in, and how can we get these?
We actually have a 6-pack sampler that includes the Shock Top, the Dunkelweiss, and the Honey Wheat. So that's available. That's a pretty, and it also has a little flight sheet in here. And we have a 12-pack that has all 4, and then you also have a mixed case that you can get that has a 6-pack of each. And then of course the Hop Hound is available in 6-packs right now as a spring seasonal.
Wow.
And then Shock Tops year-round. Dunkelweiss is available. So
So you can buy each of these independently in their own 6-packs?
yes, the Honey Wheat I think is only in the sampler pack. So this is our way of sampling.
And
different
that was
beers.
my
For
favorite.
the fall we'll have another one to try out, and then it might graduate. Shock Top actually started out as a seasonal. So
Interesting. Well, thanks so much for coming out to Hermosa Beach and
for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Terrific.
And there is more info at michelobsamplerpack.com.
yeah, check it out.